Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to create your own track in Libre TrainSim, and yeah, let's start. At first, you have to download something. You have to download the editor. In my case it's version 0.8, so just click that and save the file. Also head over to Godot Engine.org and download here the appropriate version. For me in Linux 64-bit is completely okay, this version here, and select save file. So if this is finished or while this is downloading, just head over to contribute, and here you see the documentation for Libre TrainSim, and yeah, I highly recommend you to follow this tutorial or to keep eye on this documentation. Also, I recommend you at some points to watch the track building tutorial. It is made for Libre TrainSim 0.7, but some parts are also up to date, maybe just like building rails, testing your track. I don't know if testing your track is okay for 0.8, but building tracks is very important. Signals, contact points, speed limits, adding landscape elements, adding custom object is also fine. Train stations are also fine. So yeah, these you could also see if you want to make tracks. And yeah, let's just start here. I'm moving the web browser to my other window, and I'm opening my file manager. Head over to downloads and just unzip both of these. That takes a moment. Okay, that's fine. Now we could just start Godot wherever you want, but for that I'm moving my Libre TrainSim editor to my documents location and my Godot version to maybe the personal folder. That's okay for me. And I select if this program can be run, and yeah, that's fine. So I just double click it, and yeah, that's fine. I'm setting this to English so you can follow everything. We don't want to open our asset library. We just select scan, select our documents folder, select our new folder here, select current folder, and here we have it, Libre TrainSim editor. And yeah, for that we just open it up. Perfect. At first let us get started and opening our world. For that, or creating our track. For that we head over to resources here. Let's head over to worlds, and here we have a folder rename me. And yeah, we have to rename this. That's the name for your track you want to give it, and it is very important that this name is completely the equal one to every other names you insert there. So just don't have different names. That's very bad. So I select rename me. I select rename, and yeah, for me I am calling this tutorial track. Perfect. I click rename, and everything is fine. Perfect. Then I select right click our rename.tscn, and I just rename it like the folder here, so tutorial track. And yeah, that's fine. I select rename, and yeah, if we had this one we could just open it up. And yeah, here we have our track. So yeah, I double click this, and if you want you could close the main menu. You don't need this one here, but yeah, it doesn't disturb you while editing. So yeah, let's come to the different viewports you have. We have our scene tree here. That's great if you want to search for some node, for some rail. And here we have our file system. The search here is also very helpful. And here on the right we have our inspector, where some properties are shown, but yeah, don't use this one unless I say it, because yeah, these are raw data for this rail, for example, but yeah, I personally don't change anything there. We have our own rail builder here, and yeah, with it we are building the rails. And yeah, let's head over to rail attachments. Here we can build forests, platforms, poles, and so on. And also we have some configuration in here too, yeah, if you want. And yeah, we will come to this later. And yeah, that is our window. If we right click our 3D view here and we move the mouse around, then you see, okay, we can move if we press WASD, and with shift you can move a bit faster. And if you yeah, change the mouse wheel, then you could adjust the speed of moving in, and yeah, that's very great. So yeah, here we have our rail. We could select this while by clicking on the green or on the red dot here. So yeah, that's fine. With it we could start yeah, creating our next rails. But yeah, I think for this it's okay. I think, yeah. Let's come to building rails. And yeah, let's head over to the rail builder here on the right side. Here we have the name of the rail. I personally just keep it at the default. Yeah, that's okay for me. And here we can select where we want to add a new rail from this rail here. We could add a new rail after this rail, so on the red dot. We could add a rail before this rail, so on the green dot. Or we could yeah, or we could do a parallel rail, yeah, which is parallel to our existing rail. And yeah, this is also an mode you could activate. That's very helpful for parallel tracks. So okay, let's come to our start rotation, start height, end rotation, end height. That isn't important to you for now. Here we could define the rail type path. Yeah, we have some rail types. Yeah, you could just see in the resources basic rail types folder. Just let's head over there. Resources basic rail types. Yeah, there you could yeah, define a special rail type. The default is the default one, but you could go with invisible rails, or yeah, for now we have also a road file here. Just select copy path here and insert this one in here and select update, and yeah, now we have a great road. But in my case I don't need any road. I just head over with the default, so I could delete everything here, select update. Okay, it is not changing, so select copy path of default, select this one, select update, and yeah, then everything is just fine. So this is for this one. Also we could select if we want to do an overhead line. You could just select and deselect it if we want to have an overhead line. And here we can choose our yeah, mode for editing our rail: length radius, radius angle, or length angle. I'm personally going with length angle. That is very fine. And here we can define the length. We could go from maybe 1 meter here, which is very small. I don't use this. Up to 1000 meters. Select update, and yeah, then our rail is very long. More than 1000 meters aren't allowed in Libre TrainSim, so yeah, maybe just get yeah, working with 900, then some parallel rails won't have any complaints when maybe your rail is curved and you want to add some parallel rails. So 900 is for me completely okay. Then we can define the angle which the rail takes. So yeah, just let's show it to you. If we have our length 100, we could select the angle 0, then the angle is 0. We could select 10, then yeah, we have 10 degrees in this direction, or we could do up to maybe 90. Yeah, then we are just let's hide these tracks objects here. Yeah, then we can yeah, we have an angle with 90 degrees, and yeah, you could do everything what you want. I'm going now for 20% in 500 meters, 20 degrees I mean, and yeah, that's okay for me. Here we could add slope if we want to change our height, and here we could go with our tendency. I'm recommending you to setting automatic tendency on and select update. Then your rail bends in a nice curve here. We see, yeah, it's a bit yeah, it's a bit bended. It's not horizontal. If I just unselect it, select update here, okay. Oh, okay, then our tent post here is our tent is it isn't changed. So select here 0, select update, then you see the difference. Automatic tendency is great for that. If you want to read further on how tendency works, just head over to the documentation building rails. There's everything very fine explained. Or if you want to make complex rails, then head over to the YouTube video where I show you how to build tracks. Yeah, that's yeah, very helpful. So okay, here we have now our first rail here. Just head over to our second rail. I created a rail parallel to this rail one here. I define a parallel distance. The default is 4.5 meters in the real world, so I take this one and select new rail, and ta-da, here we have a very new rail, which seems great. So yeah, just let's move on and yeah, create some other rails here. I select this rail here, select new. Oh, I don't want to do a parallel anymore, so I just select delete here, because we have a rail too much. There are laying 2 rails here now. I select delete and select OK. That's okay. I select here after rail and select new rail, and here we have a new rail, and I select an angle of maybe minus or maybe 0, select an length of 700, select update, perfect, that's fine, and yeah, just head over and select a new rail, after rail, select length 300, angle minus 20, update, and yeah, that seems very fine for me. So yeah, I just do the parallel rails here, select parallel to, select new rail, perfect, and also on the last one I select new rail, parallel to, and that's very fine. You should do this with parallel rails because they are working great. They are also have a nice feature. They have some fewer settings as the normal rail you see here, because yeah, everything you do with tendency, slope, or degree, length, angle, the parallel rails yeah, takes it from its host rail. So if I select here, I change the angle here maybe to minus 30, I select automatic tendency here and select update, then you see, okay, good, here is our first rail. Just click on the second parallel rail, which is parallel to this one. Just click on it, and it automatically updates with nice tendency, and yeah, that's very, very great. So here we have this one. So just in the end, let's make a switch. So I select here this rail and select new rail after maybe 100 or 150 is very, very good. Select 0, select new rail. Okay, yeah, we have to update this here. Here now we have 150 and 0 angle, and just make a parallel rail to it. Perfect. Also select new rail here. Oh no, we don't want any more in parallel, we want an after rail. Select new rail, maybe select a length of 300 and an angle of -5 or just 5, I think. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, here our platform will be later, so that's fine for us. And yeah, just go to after rail, go to parallel rail, just just create another parallel rail here, and also create, no, I think that's fine. Now I want a connecting rail between this one here and this one rail here. Yeah, I want a very, very nice switch. For switches, for advanced switches, just look to the other YouTube video. I'm doing a simple one here. I just select this red one here, select where is it? Here, rail connector. Select our first rail here, because we are starting here, and here we are beginning our rail connecting at the end. Red is end, green is beginning, so I select here end. Head over to our second rail, just select this one, and oh, okay, yeah, that's a bug. Here should be the rail, oh, okay, no, here we have a rail connector, everything's fine. Second rail, just select it here that we have the name of this rail here, and select beginning because we are ending at the green bulb here, and in the end just click connect, and now we have a very, very nice switch which is starting here. Head over here and go to the other track. That's very nice, but on using rail connector you have to ensure that this end rotation -10 is the same as this rotation here, so -5, yeah, start rotation, yeah, start rotation, because we are watching this one, not this one. And yeah, that's very, very important. Yeah, if you want to make complex rails, just head over to the YouTube video. So now we have a nice small track. It isn't big, but for our tutorial that's completely fine. Okay, I'm just looking for what to do next. Okay, let us come for testing our track. Yeah, for that, head over in the inspector of world and set the file name to default, no, not to default, to our track name, which is tutorial track. Tutorial track. That seems fine. It has to be the same as this one and this one. Press Ctrl S for saving our file in here, and if we have this one here, just head over to our configuration, hit save world config. You don't need insert anything there. Save all chunks, unload and not unload and save chunks, but all chunks and save chunks. That's fine. Head over to scenarios. head over to create a new scenario called test, for example. Just type in here test, select new, select this one, perfect. Now our current scenario is test here. For general, we don't need anything. Maybe insert here 12 a.m. PM, 12 p.m. it is, or it is 12 a.m. I think it is called. Minimal player train length. That's how long our player train should be, but that's not important. We don't need any descriptions. We don't need any scenario duration. Select Save General and select Save Current Signal Data to Scenario. Head over to Trains and create a new player train. Player and select New. And here we have our player train. Here you could insert a preferred train, that's okay for us. Now head over to our route. I want that our train will start here, or maybe, wait a minute, I'm just removing this rails here, and I'm connecting on the rail builder this rail here and this rail. Select connect. Now we have the other connection, so we can drive on the right track, and we drive the right track and change here our track to the left one, and that's fine. So what do we have to do with the route? There's a nice graphic in the documentation. Here you see this is the direction we want to drive and which rails you have to insert the rules. You have to say Libre TrainSim, okay, good, take this rail. That is every case on which we have a decision which rail we want to drive. So we want to drive this one, that's okay. Now we come on decision. Do we want to drive this rail here or do we want to drive this rail here? I want to drive this rail here, so I'm going for this one, and I have to to remember this one because later I have to insert this in the route field. Now let's come to another track here. We don't need to remember this one because there's only one direction our train can drive, to this direction. Here we have another decision. Do we want to drive this one or do we want to drive this one? We want to drive this one, so I have to remember it, and so on. So all the purple ones we want to remember and to insert in our route field. For us, we only have one rail, and this is this rail here. We have here a decision, do I want to drive this rail here straight or to the left? We want to drive to the left, so just select this one and copy the name here of the scene tree or of this one. Just select copy, open and text editor, and save it. Do a space and head over to the next rail you want to add. In our case we're finished, but then you could add your next rails here, they have to be separated with space. That's completely fine. So but in my case we only have one rail here for our route, and I head over to configuration, select route in here, and paste in here the whole of this one, and then that is fine. Now we need to define our start rail. Our start rail is this one here, so just copy the name and paste it into here. Start rail position is where we want to start at our rail from 0 to let's see, this rail is, it's parallel. It's about 500 meters long. So maybe from 0 to 500 I want to start at maybe 150. That seems nice, and I just insert 150 here. Now we could say the direction. Yeah, the direction of the rail forward is if you drive from green to red. If you want to drive backwards, then you drive from red to green. In my case, I want to drive forward, so this forward is completely okay. Here we could define our door configuration at start. For testing, we don't need this, but later, yeah, you could, select that at the beginning of this scenario, your doors are opened. Spawn time, we don't need this for our player train. This has to be called player, and that's very, very important. Despawn rail, we don't need any despawn rail, that's for NPCs. Initial speed, we don't need this one. Initial speed limit, what's our speed limit at the beginning? Maybe, for example, 120 looks nice. And just save the train. And I think we are finished. Save the train, save current signal data, save general, and I hope everything saved successfully. Here you can see the output. That seems very, very nice. So I just head over to play here on the right screen, or press F5, and we are starting our Libre TrainSim. I just put the sound down, maybe about this one. That's okay, I think. Let's head over to play, and here we have our tutorial track, and we see, okay, there's something wrong with our scenario config. Let's see what it is, because now it should work, obviously. Save train, save world to scenario, save general. I think we should be finished for that. Just let's see what there's the point. Libre TrainSim editor worlds tutorial track. It isn't saved there. It isn't saved. Obviously, I don't know what's the problem. Maybe just select Ctrl S, close this one here, head over to our tutorial track we created. Tutorial track here. Is everything written correct? That seems okay. Let's head over to world here, to our inspector, tutorial track. That seems nice. Now I think our configuration wasn't saved. I don't know, because he didn't found it. Maybe let's save the chunks here. Save world config, just control if in world, and tutorial track is something now. Okay, that seems nice. We need a tutorial track.save and tutorial track scenarios.config. Maybe you have to reopen your track after renaming this one here. Or maybe we didn't set it last time. Okay. Save world config, save chunks, scenarios, select new test here. It is saved from the last time, so just click save general, head over to trains, new player, select save train maybe. Save. Okay, everything is fine. And now that seems nice. Just save signal data, save general, and save train, and just let's play. Go to play tutorial track. Now the scenario is found. Head over to test, select a train, just select this one, and select play. Hopefully it's gonna work. Here's our tutorial description. That's okay. Okay, and here we are at our blank track. You can just look around. See our track in action here. It isn't quite finished, you see. but yeah. You can drive at this track by pressing Ctrl-Y, then you enable your debug mode, Ctrl-Y, and now just select your arrow keys, and you're driving very, very, very fast if you want. And there you can test your track if everything looks fine. Just drive with the arrow keys, and we are switching our track here. Perfect. This seems very, very nice. Okay, then this is fine. Let's head over to our next thing. One moment. Testing track we have. Let's come to train stations. And yeah, for train stations, let's go to the rail attachments. In my case, I hid them. Yeah, you know what I mean. I just select toggle visibility, and yeah, for this one, yeah, our first track has some rail attachments in here which are updating with the track. Yeah, we will come to this in a second. Or yeah, let's come to this now. Let's head over to rail attachments here, and here we see our track objects, tree and poles. Yeah, here's our tree. This is our forest, and here's our poles. Yeah, just let's create a new one and call it platform, and select new. Select this platform here. Now we need to pick an object. Select pick here, select basic, and here I find platform. For me, platform 1 seems fine, and I select open, and I select save and update. Let's head over to position. Here we can see from which position of the rail to which position the platform should be built. In my case, I want to head over from start position maybe to 175 looks nice, and maybe let's start from 5, and select save and update. It's completely fine that we don't see anything here at this point. And let's head over to object positioning, and here we could define the side. We want it on the left side, and select save and update. Now we see our platform here, but yeah, it isn't on the left side because we have to apply some shift here, and for that maybe 3.5 is nice at our platform. Select save and update, and now our platform here is on the left side from the rail. So yeah, that looks very, very nice. For this one, object positioning is okay. Maybe you want to apply some materials because yeah, it doesn't look nice at our moment. Select add and select our material 1. I think material 1 at platforms is our white line. For that I head over to resources, basic materials, and here I search for white material, white plastic here. Select open, and now this one is white. Head over to material 2. I think that should be plaster stones. You could do whatever you want, but yeah, I'm recommending this one, plaster stones. Select open. Okay, fine. Now head over to the light one here. Yeah, you could do metal red, for example, if you want, but yeah, we will want to use plaster stones light. And let's head over to our fourth material. This is this one here, and select I think metal is just fine for this one, and select open. So now we have metal and we have a nice platform. So yeah, now we need to do this for the other platform too, for the other side. For that I select this platform here at this rail, select copy, and select the other rail here, and select mirror track objects while pasting because we want it on the other side, and select paste. Perfect. now we have very tight platforms in here. Nice, isn't it? So yeah, in this case, let's head over with our poles in here. Just it is annoying me. Just head over to poles, select object positioning, and select rotation, and do it to -90, for example. Select save and update. Then yeah, this is turned. For that, we could just copy, maybe, yeah, 3 and poles is okay. Copy this one, select copy, select the other one, mirror track object is okay, and select paste. And now we have this one on the other side. But yeah, we just need to focus on the platforms. So let's head over to platforms, select copy here. Yeah, fly to the other station. I want it here. And we have a length of, where's the length? Become a bit, please. 300 length we have. So just select, yeah, this one maybe. And select rail attachment, select paste. Oh, it is on the wrong side, so select delete, deactivate mirror, and select paste. Then everything's fine. And here we need to mirror this one, select paste, and this is fine. Just let's apply our positioning. I want it from 200 and maybe end position 300, and start position is then from, I think, let's make 200. Let's make 200. 205 at platforms is very nice. Select save and update, and that seems very nice. So here we have a problem. We want to place something further on and until 300. So head over to object positioning, and here we have the option to place last. Then yeah, there's in the end one object added to it. Select save and update, and that's fine. You don't need to understand this at this time, but it is very helpful for sound barriers, for some other things. Maybe, yeah, sometimes you need to place the last one, and sometimes you won't. And yeah, that's very fine. And because I'm very lazy, I copy this platform here, delete the platform from this side, and paste it in here. And now the positioning is okay. And yeah, great. Here we have our second platform, or our second yeah, station. Just for looking nicer, head over to our rail builder and select after rail, select new rail, and do it to a length of 1000 and angle of 0, and select update. 1000 exceeded. Okay, select here's 1000. That's fine. Okay, and just make it parallel to the other one. Now it's looking nicer. Okay, now we have our platforms built. Now we need to add the logic for our train station. For this one, I head over to this rail here, select this rail here, search in here for station. Here we have station.tscn in modules, and just drag and drop it into the scene. Now we need to define the parameters of this station. At first I give it a name in here. I call it station 1. Okay, that's fine. And let's head over to this one here. Our station length in here is 175 meters. Platform side is okay. I have to look what platform side is. Just look into our graphic. Here we have it. 0 is 0. No side. 1 is left side. 2 is right side. both sides where our platform is. We need that for our person system and doors and so on. So I want it on the right side, so it is an 2 for me. I select person system on, perfect. Platform height, platform start, platform end is the default one for this one, so you don't need to change anything there. If you have your own platforms, then you maybe need to adjust this ones. That is very, very helpful for your person system then where they are moving. And platform start is this line here from this one, the shift one from this one, and end is this one here at platform end here. Platform height is platform height. Okay, attach rail, that's okay. We don't need to change anything there. On rail position, 0 is fine for us, and select forward is okay because we want it in this direction, and select update here. And then, this one is set to the rail, and then everything is fine. So let's just head over to our second station here. We want to add a station on this rail here. Just drag and drop in it here. Name it station 2. And select platform side 1. 1 is left. Station length we have 100. Person system, yes. Platform height, yes, it's fine. On rail position, I think 200 is our going, that this is placed here. And select update. Then here we have our contact point. The train drives over this one and see, okay, the station is 100 meters long. And then our station is well defined. Then there we have a station. Okay, if you want to add a station for the other direction, you have to add another station node here. For example, if we drive from this side into the station, we need another station node here. Select maybe station 2R for reverse, maybe. Station length is 100 for us. Platform side, now we are coming from the other side, so platform side is right, so 2. Person system is fine. On rail position 300 because we're here. And select forward, deselect forward because we want it backwards, and select update. And here now if we drive from this direction to this one, the train will recognize this one as a station. You could add some other stations here too, maybe. Okay, I think I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it at this one. You don't need to add any station point on platforms you will never use because just save your time. And select this station here and select, call it station 1 platform 2 for example, and then R for backwards. And then I'm going in here for station length 175. Platform side is on the right side, so let's head over to 2. Person system is okay. On rail position 175, and forward we don't need any forward because we want it driven backwards, and select update. Okay, here we see that doesn't look perfect, so we just have a station length of 170 and head over to rail position 170. Select update, then this is fine. Just let's update this one here maybe to 170. Update. Now this is fine. We have our station nodes controlled. Let's just test if these stations are working fine. Let's head over to configuration, head over to our scenario test trains player, and here we have our timetable. And here you could define where the train want to drive, should drive, where the start station is, where the beginning station is, how long you need to be there, and so on, and some sounds. Select add entry here, select station node name. The station node name is this one here. So for us, station 1 is to go, and now you could call it like how it is displayed in game, station 1 for example. Yeah, arrival is for us in this case not not important, because it's our beginning station here. So you don't need to set an arrival, but we want to set a departure. Just select save train for saving. Our time starts is at 12 AM or PM and yeah, I want that we could depart at 12 and maybe 20 seconds, or at the beginning I am making 30 seconds. That is fine. Okay. Beginning station is fine. Stop type here because it's our beginning station. If we have a station between there, we need a regular stop, and in the end, to end your scenario, we need end station. Waiting persons, leaving persons is how the amount of this station is, how many persons are waiting and how many persons of the train are leaving this train. You could keep this at default. And here we could define some announce paths. Arrival announce path is if we arrive with our train at the station. Also departure sound path is clear if we depart from our station, and approach announce path is if we drive to our station and approach our station, and then for example there's comes next station to Torlbach, for example. Let's head over to our departure announce path. Just search for departure. Here we have platformdeparture.org. Select copy path in here and paste it in here. Perfect. And save train. Now we have our first station here configured. Let's head over to our second station, which is here. Select this one, station 2. Paste it in here. Give it a nice name. Arrival. Now our arrival is important. Maybe let's go for 12 and maybe 2. I think it's completely fine. Perfect. And departure we don't need. Just make it here to 10, for example, or 20. I'm personally using 20, but for this I'm using 10 because it's the end of our scenario. Minimal halt time, I go to 10 seconds here. 30 seconds is completely fine. At the default, if we have a station between them, let's simulate that one. We have a station between them, between beginning and end station. I head over, for example, with arrival of 1 minute, and let's do the arrive and the departure to maybe 20 seconds after, and then I'm doing the minimal halt time to 15, that we have 5 seconds difference, and do stop type regular and so on. But we don't need this one, so I delete this one here. And now we have here station 1, station 2, 10 seconds, stop type, end station here. Approach path, just say this station is called next station to Torlbach is fine for showing this. If you want sounds for that, just ask me. I'm speaking them in. Just write a comment or write me on Discord. I'm doing this one for you. And let's head over to arrival announce path. End station. Platform end station it is called, and paste this one here. So save train. That one is just cosmetic one. That one is cosmetic. That is not cosmetic, and these one are not cosmetic. This one is cosmetic. But yeah, that's fine for us. Select save train, and yeah, just let's play and test our track. For example, yeah, but yeah, if you're doing a very large track and for exporting later, you have to go to configuration, world configuration, and select unload and save chunks. So everything is unloaded. That is the format how the track is exported later, and for testing later at big tracks, that is very important. Select unload and save chunks. Select here in here, Control S for save this scene here, and select play. Select play tutorial track test our train, and let's go for it. Nice. Yeah, here we have station 1. Oh, I don't have any mouse in here. Yeah, you see it on the right screen, station 1. Yeah, here you see some persons also. Yeah. I just select P for opening the doors, and they are searching the doors and are sitting in. Nice. I select B for pantograph here in the end. Select yeah. Select E for engines.
The doors are closing.
And
the train is departing.
Now we could just start in here. Okay, our station is finished because we have 12 is 30. Just select play, and yeah, our info at the right screen and the upper right corner here, we don't have any signal, so there's a sign minus 10 meter for a green signal, but yeah, we don't have any signal. But yeah, here we see a nice overhead line, yeah, with some trees, and we are I think it's a bit loud, and yeah, we are just yeah, we're just driving in here. We could for example say we could drive our autopilot, and you could just try your track out. Yeah, so that seems very fine. That looks very fine. And let's head over to our other rail. Nice. And here we have some persons. So yeah, where station node is defined, then there are some persons standing. On the right side we see we don't have set any station node to it. So yeah, the train simulator doesn't know that there's any station. And yeah, they are flying a bit in the air. Why are they flying in the air? Ah, okay. Yeah, our platform is too low. I see. Yeah, we have to do some height in our platform. And here, yeah,
Ladies and
we have our platform. Okay, nice. And that is working. Let us exit this one, select load chunks, and here we are. And yeah, that is how stations are working in Libre TrainSim. Let's head over to this rail here. Here we have it, rail 5 it is called. And select not rail attachments here, platform, and select height, maybe 1. I don't know which height it is. I think 0.7. If you aren't, if you need some inspiration, just head over to tutorials track. Here, tutorials.tscn. That is the tutorial track you know. Okay, here we are. Whoa. It's a bit laggy at the time, and yeah, that's the tutorials track with some nice tutorials like beginner and so on. And here we have a height of 0.6. Okay, just take height of 0.6. Let's head over to our rail here. Why we don't have any rail objects anymore in here? I think that's a bug in here. So yeah, maybe just close this one, head over to tutorial track, and now we have our platform back. I don't know, weird bug, sorry for that. Platform, left side is fine for us. Here, height 0.6. Just save and update this one. Head over to the other rail, set the height to 0.6, and let's update this there too. Save and update. Save and update. Perfect. Okay. Now, yeah, our track seems fine. And yeah, just let's head over with the next section. Now we have our stations. Let's head over to signals, train stations, and speed limits, and so on. So signals. Yeah, nice. Let us come to signals. Signals are working similar to station nodes. Just select our rail in here and select search for signal in here. Here we have signal.tscn. Just drag and drop it in. Here we have our signal. Select this one here. Select inspector. Here we have our inspector. Here, there are the signal settings. This is the specific one. Sorry. And attached rail is fine for us. Forward is fine for us. Rail position, you know it. Maybe 180. Select update, and then here we have our signal. Perfect. And for setting signal, you could define between status 1 and 0. And now the status is at 1, now the status is at 0. I think it's very self-explaining. You don't have orange signals in editor. The train automatically recognizes if it has to do an orange signal. So that's no problem for you. Just select if you want to drive over this signal or not. That's okay. You could also set pass at, so your signal changes in game at a given time to green. For example, I could select status 0 and select that my rail will set to status 1 at 12, maybe after 20 seconds. And here we could define a speed limit. If this is -1, then there's no speed limit applied. For example, 120 if you want. And if we watch to status 1, then our speed limit is set. Just head over to 0. That's fine. Block signal is a very, very nice feature. It's an automatic signal. It is at the standard green. If a train drives over it, then it turns red. And if the train leaves the section between this signal and the next signal, let's assume that there's a signal, the train drives over this signal, this turns red. The train drives, and if it heads to this signal, then this signal turns green. That's an automatic signal. That's very, very nice if you turn on block signal. For this one we don't need it because it's it's at a station. But visual instance path, you could define another visual instance path of your signal if you want. But at the time only one signal type just exists, or visual instance exists. But if you want, you could create your own one, but that isn't such easy. Attach rail is okay. On rail position 180 is okay for us. So that is our signal here. Let's head over to this rail here, and maybe let's set it to 300 here, and let's turn on block signal on this one. And let's make an entry signal here. I go to block signal 2 and set it to rail position maybe 200. update. Here we have 200. Maybe let's go to 240. Yeah, that seems nice. So now here's our block signal. Here we want to apply a speed of maybe 60 because, or not a status 60. Let's head over to status 1 and here speed to 60. Not minus 60, 60. Okay, that seems nice. And yeah, maybe let's add another signal here. In the end, this keeps on 0 and set it to rail position maybe 25 and update. Okay, that's fine for this one. And now I'm adding some signals for the other tracks. That's very, very fast. I'm doing this very, very fast. I mean, yeah, let's do this to rail position 25 is okay. Okay, now we need some signals on this one here too. Head over to rail position 180 maybe. Oh, it isn't attached to anything because we don't have an attached rail here. I just select this one, copy this one and paste it in here and select update. Okay, fine. And I select forward. I deselect forward. So here we have this one and just select the other rail here and paste it in here. 180 is okay. Forward, update. Here we have our next signal. Fine. And here I head over to this rail here, signal, and give it, for example, rail position 250, update. I deselect forward, perfect. And yeah, maybe another signal here. Okay. Rail attached, rail position 300, forward, update. Nice. And yeah, just let's head over to the other signal here. Let's do this to 200, forward, deselect forward, and yeah, that's fine for me. Okay, now there's standing some signals, yeah, I think we could drive this one here. Select configuration, select scenarios, test, and select save current signal data to scenario. So now the signals, how they are set, are saved to the signal data. Yeah, if you have another scenario, then yeah, you create it and can set the signal as you want and save this one separately to this specific scenario. For me, that's okay. Just let's over to play and test. Red, that's fine. Okay, nice. Let's press Ctrl Y for doing everything fine, and if you press Ctrl Y twice, then your train is set up correctly, and you could start driving. So Ctrl Y is also activated in the game in the end. Here we see our signal is now green. 120, that looks fine. And for me that's a bit too slow. Here we have, okay, it's blinking and it's announcing 660. That seems fine. Here we have our orange signal with 60, perfect. Now our limit is 60, you see on the middle screen.
Next station, tutorial.
Okay. And here we have our red signal. And some persons which are standing on the platform. Isn't it nice? Nicer dicer. Great. Okay. That seems very, very nice. Now we have our signals. Yeah, train stations, we also have speed limits, are very, very similar. So yeah, if you want to add an speed limit, for example, in here, there, solid speed limit here, speed limit, you just set it in here and it is behaving like a signal. You set the speed to, for example, yeah, 160. Head over to maybe rail position 10, select update, and here now we have a speed sign, a hard speed sign on that track. Yeah, that's very, very easy. We have a one speed limit. You have to set them separately. So maybe, yeah, if this track is here, the track limit is 200, you should set an one speed limit to 160, and attach this one at rail position maybe 200. Select update, and here we have our one limit. But in the reality, this has to be maybe about 1 kilometer before the yeah, speed limit. Okay, that speed limit and one speed limit, perfect. In the end, we have contact points. They are coming with NPC. Yeah, but we are coming to this later. Or just yeah, let's explain it me to you. Just yeah, maybe some stupid thing, but just to show you. Select this rail here. Search for contact point, and yeah, just insert this one here and set it to rail position maybe 10 in here, or maybe 100. Update, and then if a train drives over this contact point here in this direction, then I say this signal should be green. I can define it. We could define the affected signal. Set yeah, the affected signal in here, the signal name of this one here, signal 6, signal 6 by specific train. If we leave that empty, I have to look to the documentation here. There's everything very well explained. If the contact point should be activated by a specific train, okay, if every train who drives over it should activate this point, that variable has to be empty. Okay, so yeah, this variable has to be empty if any train should drive over this, or if you want that only if the player train drives over this one, so then yeah, just insert player, for example. But if this one, then every train, if some train drives over this one here, yeah. New status, yeah, what should be the new status? Green. New speed limit, you could do the effect time maybe 3 seconds later after the train drives over this one, and yeah, the rest one is yeah, very, very easy. So yeah, now we have contact point, station, one limits, and so on. Now we are finished with signals. Let's head over to adding landscape elements. Yeah, okay. Just let's go with our poles in here. Let's copy poles. Let's head over to rail attachments, poles, select copy in here, and select paste in here. Now, we don't want to mirror that one. Just delete this one and deselect mirror and select paste. Then everything is fine, and here you see, yeah, it is updating the line here, and it only reacts to some things which are called poles. Yeah, that's very, very important. it has to be called poles, and that it is recognized as pole, and yeah, the rail takes the positions from this track object, and yeah, just assign their overhead lines to this pole. Okay, nice. And now we have this pole here. Let's copy this one and mirror it here. Perfect. Our spacing straight, maybe 50 is better at curves, but yeah, maybe let's do here 50. Save and update. 50. Save and update. Maybe here 52. Save and update. And save and update. So just let's head over. Copy this one here. Paste it in here. Nice. If we click on this one, then the overhead line updates. And select paste in here. Nice. And just paste it in here. Oh no, we want it mirrored. Mirror track objects and mirror track objects. Perfect. Fine. And let's head over to our other rail here and select paste in here. Nice. And select paste in here. Nice. Okay. And now we have some poles in here. And you see here we have an position where a pole should be, but yeah, in my case I didn't do anything with them here. So yeah, it's a bit unrealistic, but in my case it's for me it's okay. So now we have our complete poles, and yeah, what could you do else? You could head over to your trees, copy them and paste them in here. And if you want another tree, select pick one and select some other easy tree. Easy tree 3 is very, very nice too, you see, for example. And yeah, you could do everything what you want. Just head over to rail positioning, and to object positioning you could define the spawn rate. So if for forest that's great. If you don't want every tree to spawn, just select spawn rate, for example 0.4, select save and update, and yeah, then you have some fewer trees, which is looking much nicer. And yeah, for example, you could duplicate this one here, select the shift left right to maybe 50, select the spacing straight to 10 maybe, or maybe to 5, and you could make it to spawn rate 1, rows 1, yeah, and maybe let's shift to 70, maybe 80, then you see it better. Then we have, or maybe 100, then you see it. Yeah, we have now one row of spawn rate 1, so every tree is spawned. You could, for example, deactivate the random location, random rotation, random scale. Select save and update, and here, now it's everything is very, very, it doesn't look nice, so we could try random location, random rotation, random scale. You could define the scale and location factor. You could define the height of this one, for example, if you want height -10, select save and update, then you see it. 3 is at peak. 3 is great for big trees. Spawn rate, yeah, you have it. Rows is how many rows do you want to have. For example, 5 rows. Select save and update, and you could define the spacing between the rows. So for example 20, select save and update, then we have 5 rows with a spacing of 20. Yeah, so this one works. I only want to have 1 row here, and yeah, it's maybe a bit side blocker here, yeah, you see. And yeah, for example, this one is a very, very easy track landscape element. So yeah, just duplicate, just duplicate them, select copy here and paste them while mirroring. Perfect. And here I want the tree duplicate. I want very, very near at the track, maybe spacing left, right to 10. Here we have it. And let's head over to our object. Let's search for easy tree 1. The small easy tree, here we have it. Yeah. Maybe object positioning, random scale, maybe 1.0.1. Okay, that looks fine. And just adjust the height to 0 maybe. Maybe a bit smaller, -2. Okay, maybe that looks nice. Head over to our material, head over for example to easy tree 1. Easy tree 2 here. Select maybe max moved location to 0.5. Random is okay here. Spacing straight is okay. Maybe spacing straight to 4. And now we have maybe something like bushes in here. Maybe let's head over to 8. Yeah. Now we have some bushes here. Yeah. That is how you design your track. Yeah, for speed of this tutorial, just copy them or just paste them in here too, and paste them in here too. And yeah, maybe we will do some houses there. And yeah, let's head over to the other trees here, select copy, and just paste them in here. Here, paste it, perfect, and paste it. Oh, not in here, we want the straight rail here, paste, and yeah, for that we could do some houses with some sound barriers. Let's do the sound barriers. For that I'm doing a new track object here. Select, call it sound barrier, select new. Perfect, here's our sound barrier. Head over to object, let's pick our sound barrier here. Where's our sound barrier? Here, sound saving wall. Select save and update some materials here. Yeah, just we will do them later. Assign whole rail is okay, and select left side in here, or right side here, and spacing maybe of 4 meters is fine. Oh, spacing straight is 10, and shift left right is 4. Okay, we have a spacing of 5. Save and update. That looks very, very nice now. Oh, maybe 6. Oh, not here. 5. Yeah. Maybe 5.1. Yeah, that looks very, very nice. Now we need to set some materials in here. For example, wall here, wall white, and wall yellow, for example. Yeah, for example. And for the third one, we could, that are the black ones, for example, beton. It doesn't look nice, but it is okay for me. Maybe let's switch them here. Let's call it to, no, let's call it to white. And select save and update. Yeah, maybe that that doesn't look very nice. Maybe select red here. Wall green. Yeah, that looks nice. So here we have our sound barrier, and just paste it on the other side. Nice. Okay. And save and update. Why do we have something here and there nothing? Oh, okay. While because the rotation is mirrored because of mirror track objects. So I select rotation 0 and select save update. Then yeah, these are moved to 180 degrees. So okay, perfect. That looks nice for our sound saving wall. And yeah, just let's create some houses. Select houses here. Select object, and here we have some houses. Let's go with house 3, for example. Select save and update. Which house do we have? Assign whole rail. Left side, save and update. Okay, this or this one. It's okay for me. Spacing straight, maybe 40. Shift left light, maybe 40. Spacing here is okay. Shift left right 30. Save and update. Here we have now our houses. Yeah, let's head over to spacing shift left right 20. That's okay for me. And yeah, that looks fine. Maybe start at position 20 here. Maybe 10. 10 is okay for me. And yeah, here we could define if we want to place our last house or not. I choose to to place our last house. Let us see if we need to do a second row to the houses, but that looks very, very nice, so we don't need any second row. Just let's do this. Select here rows 2, spacing 40, or maybe let's set over to 20. Yeah, that looks fine for me. And yeah, just let's copy the bushes here. The bushes looks really, really nice. Maybe let's rename them to bushes. Select copy and don't mirror them, and select paste. I like that one. I like that one. So here we have our houses. Just head over to the material. I think the first one is the roof. Now we just assign some materials. Roof in here. Wall. Okay, that is wood. Wood is here. Nice. Then we need some wall, maybe. Yeah, wall yellow, or it looks ugly. Wall gray. Maybe let's do the wall gray, and wall red. Oh, is our glasses here? Let's head over to glass, invisible. Oh, not just glass. Here, glass, everything is fine. Not grass, glass, I think. Where's glass? Here is glass. Then everything is fine here. Just head over to glass, which is now glass. Oh, this door things. Yeah, that is bit trial and error. Which texture you want to use. Let's head over to glass. We could just copy this one here to that one. and select save and update. Okay, maybe that one is wood. Okay, and maybe that one is wall red, for example. Maybe that looks wall white. Maybe that looks nice. I don't know. Select add. Select now our glass invisible. Oh, now just our glass here. Where's our glass? Here is our glass. Save and update and select add and select our white wall in here. Yeah. Now here our houses are set to materials. And they don't look nice, honestly. Maybe I'm doing this to wall right, and it looks hopefully a bit more okay. Wall white is here. Yeah, maybe that one looks nicer. And yeah, here we have, for example, our left side of the rail, and I'm very lazy for this tutorial. I just copy this one and paste it in here. And I'm very lazy because I don't have any I don't want to do further on. Maybe here just let's check our houses, that our position of the first house is maybe 30. That looks nice. And this one is 32. So that this space is okay. So yeah, that's fine for me. And here we have our rails. Perfect. Okay, nice. Then we have some landscape elements added. Yeah, I think you got it, how to add landscape elements. You just maybe do some nicer things. I'm not the best. I'm not the best designer of tracks, but yeah, for example, between Heinfurt and Buchenheim, I had very hard time, and I hope the effort you see the effort on this track. And yeah, but let's head over let's head over to, maybe, I don't know. Now we have our landscape elements here. That looks nice. Here in our documentation, some examples are in what you can do with it. And yeah, maybe let's head over to our normal objects. If you want to add single objects, that is also no problem. For example, you want to add a single house. Just search for that house, select for example house 2. Oh, where's our house 2? Where's our house 2? Do we have it here? Yeah. Where is it? You could press F to get to the house. Okay, I don't know why the house is there. Okay, maybe let's delete this one here. And let's just drag and drop it in here. Okay, that looks nice. Now we could move our house around if we how we want. Yeah. Maybe this one here, and you could do maybe this one. Huh? Yeah, I think that looks nice. And now we need to, in the inspector of our material tab here, we could paste our materials. Let's search for the roof. That one seems nice. Let's search for wood. Maybe wood dark. Oh, that's our wall. Let's try it with this one. Oh, that's our balcony. Let's try it with this one. Maybe that's right. Yeah. Let's head over to our wall. Maybe I select wall white here and wall blue for our balcony. And here we have our wood dark. Perfect. And now let's head over to our glass. Okay, nice. And let's head over to our, I'm doing this in gray maybe, to this ones here. So here we have our house, perfect. And but I recommend you to use rail attachments as often you can, because copy and pasting with rail attachments is very it's great. And if you want some randomness, you also could do this in houses. If you can't select anything, it maybe is the case that you maybe have this mode active. Just go to this mode and press the X if there's something typed in, and then you can select everything. So here we have it, and head over to our rail builder, rail attachments here, houses. For example, head over to apply random location, scale, and so on. And now that looks a bit nicer, for example. And go to spacing straight, maybe 50. No, 40 is okay. Shift here, maybe 30. Yeah. Maybe if you want this one, then this one is also okay. You could do this as you want. Okay. Now we are finished. Press Ctrl S and go to the configuration tab here. Go to world configuration and save and set unload and save chunks. Then everything is saved fine and perfect. So okay, now we have our track objects and our landscape for that one. You could do very more. You could do some assets of train stations and so on. And if you want to import your own objects, then I did a tutorial for that on YouTube. I'm using Blender for this one, and it's very easy. So let's head over to import. Import self-made objects. Just watch the video, and let's head over to our basic world configuration here. Here we have our world configuration. Now you could define the release date. Maybe, now we have the 18th of August 2021. That's fine. Author name, my name is Jean 28518. And here we have our track description. Created in video tutorial for version 0.8, and maybe have fun. Thumbnail path, that's very nice. Just let's wait for a second, and unload and save all chunks. And here you could do your own notes for this track. If you want to write anything there, that is very great. You don't need an extra text document. You can write everything here. And select Save Notes here. And now we have our world configuration. Let's head over to Play. Go to Play, tutorial track, red, play. Nice, let's wait. Perfect. I think that's okay for this scenario here. Select 0, and now just make a nice screenshot here. Just head over to, maybe that one is the nicest screenshot. F3. Maybe we have a signal here. No, we don't have any signals here. So that one is okay. And press your print key. Here we have our screenshot. I'm going to GIMP and just crop it, cut to content, or cut to selection I think, and select export to documents, Libre TrainSim, editor, worlds, tutorial track, screenshot.png is fine. Select export, and then we have this one here. And nice, just search for screenshot. Here we have our screenshot of tutorial track. Select copy path, select paste, and select save world config. So now if we load our game, our track, then we have here our screenshot, and later if we load our thing here, we have a nice loading screen. Nice. Now we have our basic world configuration. Let's head over to our scenario settings. I think we are gone through this. We could rename this from station 1, maybe station 1 to station 2. Select rename. I hope this one works. Maybe this could be a bit buggy. So it's very, very important to just make a backup of your whole world, maybe every 2 or 3 hours. Just select this folder here, select copy and select paste, and then you have a copy of it. It's I highly recommend this. Okay, nice. Let's head over to our scenario here. Let's head over to player. Nice. Preferred train. There you could print, or you can give the name which train should be pre-selected if you select this scenario. I select JFR1 red for this one. That seems nice. That's fine. Okay, nice. The rest we had also already. Save current signal data, load or reset signal data. Save current signal data is completely okay for this scenario, and yeah, I think that's completely fine. Maybe staying duration too. Minimal player length, I think 100 is the go. It's the length of the shortest platform or the shortest station you drive. At our case, that's 100. So then we could go to our description. In this scenario, you have to drive your train to station 2. Drive safe, for example. Drive safe. So select save general. Perfect. Now we have our scenario for this one here. And yeah, I think that's okay for this one. Yeah, here everything is explained for our player train, for our timetable and so on. Yeah, if you want, then yeah, just read it through. Yeah, there did change something to 0.7, so yeah, this documentation should be the go for you. So let's head over to NPC Trains. Yeah, just let's add an NPC train. For that we need our world. For that I select the configuration, select world configuration, select, or just maybe test it out if our scenario works fine. Select play. Now our train is pre-selected, and select play. Nice. Here, nice. And I think that looks nice. Okay, perfect. And just let's load all chunks and everything here. Nice. And let's head over to adding new NPC train. Yeah. Let's head over to train source scenario here and yeah, add a new NPC 1 here. New. And yeah, here we could define everything for it. In the next version, copying trains and so on will be supported. At the time, that's a bit annoying, but yeah, for the next version, everything gets very, very much better with the editor. because we will get an in-game editor, which is very, very nice. So, but let's head over. I want to have an NPC train here, which is driving to this rail here into the station, maybe? Yeah, which is driving into the station here. For that I want this rail as a start rail for him. Direction forward is fine. Oh, not direction backwards is okay for it. Start position of the rail at the rail is maybe 200. And door configuration, no doors opened. Spawn time, here we could define the spawn time when the train will spawn, maybe at 12 and 1 minute. Initial speed, here we could define initial speed. It will spawn with this speed. It don't have to set anything up. It just when it spawns, it drives. It could drive very, very fast. For example, maybe 80. That's fine. Initial speed limit 120 is okay. Here we can define a despawn rail. For example, it should drive this way here, and maybe if we are at this rail here. Maybe if it touches this rail here, then it should despawn here. So yeah, our train will drive here, will touch the new rail here, which is the despawn rail, and will despawn from the world. That's very, very nice. We don't need any station nodes here. Just select delete here. Select save train. Preferred train is okay for me. We don't need any route, I think, because we are just driving in this direction. We don't have any decisions of switches. So yeah, for that is completely fine, and we have our NPC train. And it's completely fine if you mess up your station table. For example, just copy the player, take this complete station table, insert in here, and it's completely unimportant if the NPC train drives over every station or dispatcher or so. It's completely unimportant. So just mess up with the station table with NPCs, that's completely fine, or everything else with NPCs. So select save train, and I think that is fine for NPC trains. Yeah. Okay, let's play it and watch if everything works. Set play, tutorial track station 1 to station 2, and load it. Perfect. I'm pressing Ctrl A, and just let's wait until 12 and 1 minute. I will fly to the spawn of this track. Let's wait a second. It will spawn here, I think. Our train will spawn in a second. Here it is. Oh, and it queued. That's not good. That's not good. Maybe I will set this maybe to 0.20 so we could debug this one. Oh, I think it is doing quite fine, but we don't see it anymore. Just let's check it from yet, because the train is too far away from the player. So then this one won't spawn or won't be visible for performance. So maybe just let's drive with this one. It should be okay. Maybe let's head over here, or maybe I have an idea. For debugging, I just select it to 220, select save train, and select play, not creating, get over to play, station 1, station 2, play, and press Ctrl Y. Here, now we are in debug mode. We could drive over red signals, that's completely fine. That's very, very nice. Let's head over. Let's drive over the contact point. In a second this one should be green, and here we have our NPC train. It is driving. Here we have now our signal is green because of the contact point, and here it is driving. Very, very nice. It is driving, it is driving, it is driving. Nice. Yeah, that is how NPC trains work. They drive. I think it's very, very easy for an NPC train. And now it will despawn. Up. Here's the despawn rail, and it despawned. And yeah, that is how NPC trains work. So now we have some NPC trains. Okay, nice. Let's head over to custom scripts. I don't explain some custom scripts in this video. Just watch this tutorial here for custom scripts, for example how the tutorial is written. And let's head over to export and publish our content. Now our track is completely finished, and now we want to export that one. So I select just test your track if everything is fine. Maybe I select here one and select save train and drive every scenario of your route, of your track, because sometimes some signal you will have some signal errors or some things you didn't quite right with signals. So you have to drive all your scenarios and check them for some errors. And in the end, we could export our track, select project, select export, and now select, just watch if we have some export templates. In this case, we don't have any export templates, so we have to download them. Just select download, and I hope that doesn't take too much. Oh, quite fine. It's taking not much time. This could take, for example, 2 hours if the download servers are very, very slow. But at this time, that's great. We could download our templates very, very fast. Let's wait for some time. And now our template is downloaded. Perfect. Select close. Select project, select export, select add, select Linux X11. It's completely fine if you are at Windows, and also just select Linux here. And define the name of your track. So it is called tutorial track. Go to export mode and select export selected resources and dependencies, and select worlds and our track name. Or if you have some resources, if you want to do some resources, just do your own folders in here. But at this case we don't have any resources, any own resources, so we don't need to select anything of resources here. And the basic resources we don't need to export. Select worlds in here and select tutorial track. Perfect. This one is very, very nice. And then head over to some non-resource file folders, and we have some codes in here what we need to export. I just select it here and select tutorial track.save. Perfect. Then comma, space, and then here dash scenarios.cfg. So we have worlds tutorial track.save and worlds tutorial track minus scenarios. This is these are these both files. So here track save and these both here. So perfect. Now do we need to exclude something? I don't know. No, we don't need to exclude something. So okay. Now we click on export package and zip, and yeah, we call it as our track here, tutorial track. It is very important that you, every time I used the track name, you use your specific track name. Don't change the track name over the folders or over something. Everywhere it has to be the same track name. That's very important. And select export it as PCK and deselect export with debug and select save in the end. So now I don't know where it is exported, honestly. Where did it export? Help me. Just select export. Here we are. Okay, we are in our source folder. Documents. Here it is, tutorialtrack.pkc. Let's head over here to our folder and name it tutorial track and paste it in here. Now create a new file and call it license and open it up. And yeah, you need a license here. Just yeah, copy the code from the documentation, for example, and yeah, at that case I release everything under CC0 public domain, so you can everything with it. You can do everything with it. For me that's fine. Then you could select your author name, Jean 28 518, for example. Your email, if you want to be contacted, just insert it here. This is optional. And yeah, source libretrainsim.de is completely fine, or wherever you want to be downloaded, this file here. Select save, and then we have our license file here. And now let's head over and create a new folder and call it source. Now in my file manager I go to to list view, or just yeah, open up two file managers. On the left side I go to our Libre TrainSim editor here, head over to head over to source in here, create a new folder, worlds and resources, and if you have some translation, if you are very fancy, then create a folder translations as here, and now just paste in your resources folder if you have any. In our case we don't have any, so I don't need that. I don't also have any translations for this one, so I could delete this. I only have some words here tutorial track. I copy that one in here, and yeah, that's our source. That's completely fine. Okay, just let's copy. Where's our resources? Just head over to our resource, to our source, and let's copy the basic one in here. Then we are on the safe side. So we have resource, basic in my case. If you have some other resources, then yeah, just paste it in here in the source file. So with this source file, some other person later could open your track and could yeah, update your track, and yeah, that's very important if you want that your track should should live on, maybe if you will get inactive or something else. You have to insert the source file with every picture, texture you used. That's very, very important. So now that's okay for me. Just let's head over to our tree view here. Yeah, this is my structure. Okay, now I select, right click and select create archive. I select a zip file and create a zip file of it. In the meanwhile, download the Libre TrainSim, Libre TrainSim.de we need here, and select download. Select your desktop version you're using. Select save file because we want to try out our tutorial track package. Here we have our source.zip, so we could delete the source file. So now in the end we have these 3 files to upload, and yeah, I do of this one a zip file too. Select create, and now the tutorial track zip file will be created. So the download of Libre TrainSim has finished. Here is our Libre TrainSim. I just unzip it, copy it, just open it up here and copy the tutorial track package into this Libre TrainSim folder here. And just let's open our Libre TrainSim here, and here we see our tutorial track station 1 to station 2 red, and just test it out if everything works fine. I think we will have an error, maybe. Oh no, I think we don't have an error. Because I think we used the approach sound of our tutorials track, which and this one is also here. So everything is fine, and here's our track, and it should work quite fine. Nice. And yeah, then we have here our 3 files. I zipped it to tutorialtrack.zip, and that one we want to upload now. Let's head over to our export and publishing site here, with everything written in text form. In our wiki here, exporting publishing content. Let's head over to the link here, and here we have a form where we could upload this one. Just select Google Formulas. I need to log in. That isn't very nice. I will change this one. Here we have submit add-on. I'm submitting a track. My zip archive contains a license file. That's perfect. We have it. Mail address. That's highly recommended. If I have any questions to you, that's very, very fine. And here we can upload a zip file. And this field must be okay. test@test.com. And select file, upload file, select upload file from PC, and select our tutorial track here, select open, select upload. That takes some time, and yeah, then everything is uploaded and will be released with the next Libre TrainSim version, or will be released instantly. And yeah, thanks for creating, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just type in the comments, go to our Discord channel, ask us, and yeah, we will help you to create your track or to answer your questions. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video. Bye!